Why should we switch from single-use to reusable?
Making the switch from single-use at your event to reusable is a big decision, but ultimately it's the correct decision, and it's the correct decision for a number of reasons. The first being ultimately it is the most sustainable and forward-thinking solution, and it's the one that will help us protect our planet as we move forward. But secondly, and kind of importantly, it's what the consumers and the festival goers are expecting as we move forward. As awareness is raised on issues such as climate and also the use of plastics at events, then people's expectations are such that they expect you to do the right thing. We've got some numbers up on the screen here that show conclusively that their expectation is that you do the right thing and move away from a single-use solution to a reusable solution.
So you are telling us that the consumer is demanding change. What other drivers are there behind festival organisers changing from single-use to reusable?
Nobody who's attending this year's conference needs me to remind them that COVID-19 wreaked havoc on the sector, the industry, and virtually wiped out the calendar in 2020. The harsh reality is that as we move forward, the next major hurdle that we're all facing is climate change. And climate change will cause even more devastation and have a much bigger financial impact on our sector than COVID-19. It's really important that everybody takes this seriously and makes the correct decisions that will protect the industry as we move forward. Changing from single-use to reusable is a small step, but it's a really, really important step that everybody should take to protect the planet.
Are there any legislative changes on the horizon that will encourage the switch from single-use to reusable?
Simple answer to that is yes. The EU directive on single use comes into play in July this year. Now, admittedly, the Scottish, Welsh and the English governments have not declared exactly how they're going to implement that, but it's safe to say that there will be aggressive consumption reduction targets on single-use food and beverage packaging, which ultimately will result in increased costs. On the back of that, you've got the UK government plastics tax coming in April 2022, which will put £200 per tonne at the former stage taxation on any product that doesn't contain 30% recycled content. That comes at a time when recycled content is very, very difficult to obtain and to get into manufacturing.
What makes Event Cup Solutions different to other reusable cup providers?
I suppose there's two major differences between Event Cup Solutions and our competitors. The first one being is product range. We've got a complete reusable solution that covers both food and beverage. So you can completely eliminate single-use packaging from a one-stop shop. The second part is our geographical reach. We've got 4 locations up and down the country just now and are hoping to open a 5th before the end of this year. That means that when we deliver product to you, we will probably have travelled a much shorter distance than any of our competition. And when we come to collect, we will have obviously travelled a much shorter distance as well. That's quite important because then you've really reduced your carbon footprint for your festival or for your event. Folks, I'd just like to finish by saying thanks. Thanks for listening. Thanks to the AFO for inviting us along today. It's been great to play a very small part in your conference this year, and hopefully we can play a bigger part in years to come. If anybody wants to get in touch to talk about reusable solutions, please do. We'd love to hear from you. Finally, I just want to wish everybody a happy and healthy 2021. Here's to a much better year this year. Thank you.